Unseen forces, shadows in the corner of your eyes, unexplained sounds. These are the things that keep us awake at night, questioning reality. In the quiet corners of our world where light doesn't dare to tread, mysteries unfold. These mysteries, they are not of the ordinary kind. They defy logic, they defy reason, they defy reality. We call them paranormal, a term that has intrigued and terrified us in equal measure. Paranormal, a word that sends a chill down the spine, that fills the heart with dread, is merely a term for phenomena that we cannot explain, yet. It's an umbrella term that encompasses a wide range of phenomena, from the fleeting shadows you see from the corner of your eyes, to the thumps and creaks that echo through your house in the dead of night. Apparitions, those spectral figures that appear and disappear at will, are perhaps the most well-known form of paranormal activity. They've been reported in every corner of the world, in every culture, in every era. They've been seen in ancient castles and modern apartments, in quiet forests and bustling cities. They've been seen by the young and the old, the skeptic and the believer. Their existence or lack thereof is a source of endless debate. Then there are poltergeists, those mischievous spirits said to be responsible for physical disturbances like loud noises and objects being moved or destroyed. They've been blamed for everything from minor pranks to major disasters. But are they real, or are they just figments of our overactive imaginations? And then there are the unexplainable sounds, the whispers in the wind, the footsteps in the attic, the wailing in the walls. Sounds that seem to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. Sounds that fill our hearts with fear and our minds with questions. So what if these aren't just figments of our imagination? What if there's something more real? Let's delve into some spine-chilling real-life cases. In the quiet village of Borley, England, stands what many consider the most haunted house in the country, if not the world. Borley Rectory, a seemingly unassuming Victorian mansion, carries a chilling legacy that has echoed through the years. Founded in the late 19th century, this rectory quickly gained notoriety for its inexplicable occurrences and spectral sightings. The eerie manifestations began with the apparition of a ghostly nun, whose silent figure was often seen lurking in the gardens, her ethereal presence sending shivers down the spines of those unfortunate enough to cross her path. The phantom carriage, drawn by two spectral horses, was another unsettling spectacle frequently reported. This ghostly vehicle, driven by a headless coachman, would hurtle through the night, its phantom hooves sending echoes of dread through the silent village. But it wasn't only apparitions that plagued Borley Rectory. Unseen forces seemed to play with the physical realm, causing objects to move of their own accord. And even more bewildering, messages began to appear on the rectory walls. These cryptic writings, seemingly materializing from thin air, spoke of desperate pleas and warnings from beyond the grave. The haunting of Borley Rectory has been a topic of intrigue and speculation for paranormal investigators and skeptics alike. Despite countless attempts to debunk the phenomena, many incidents remain unexplained, adding to the growing legend of this haunted house. Over the years, Borley Rectory has seen a parade of residents, each with their own chilling tales to tell. From the spectral nun to the phantom carriage and the mysterious writings on the walls, the haunting of Borley Rectory remains a chilling testament to the inexplicable. So, the next time you find yourself on a quiet English lane as dusk falls, remember the tale of Borley Rectory. Its story serves as a stark reminder that sometimes the veil between our world and the unknown seems perilously thin. Borley Rectory, a chilling testament to the inexplicable. But it's not the only place where the veil between our world and the unknown seems thin. Travel with us now to Enfield, London, where in the late 1970s, a family was tormented by a mischievous and sometimes malevolent entity. Imagine a quiet suburban home transforming into a playground for an unseen force, a force that seemed to revel in creating chaos and fear. This was the reality for the Hodgson family. Peggy Hodgson, a single mother of 4, initially dismissed the strange happenings as childish pranks. But when furniture began to levitate and objects flew through the air with an eerie deliberation, she could no longer ignore the chilling reality. Something or someone, invisible yet tangible, was sharing their home. But the most terrifying aspect of this haunting was not the physical disturbances. No, it was the voice. A guttural, otherworldly voice that seemed to emanate from nowhere and everywhere all at once. It was a voice that was neither man nor beast, its chilling echoes reverberating through the house, turning the family's sanctuary into a place of fear and dread. This voice, This unseen presence would answer questions, hurl insults, even sing nursery rhymes in a grotesque parody of childhood innocence. It was as if the entity was mocking them, playing a cruel game with their sanity. Despite numerous investigations and attempts to cleanse the house, the disturbances continued for 18 long months. The Hodgson family lived in a state of perpetual fear, never knowing when the next episode would occur or what form it would take. Yet they endured, their resilience a testament to the human spirit. This haunting, known as the Enfield poltergeist, has since become one of the most documented cases of paranormal activity in the world. It has inspired countless books, documentaries, and even a Hollywood movie. Yet, for the Hodgson family, it was not a tale of entertainment but a harrowing reality. A case that left even hardened skeptics questioning their disbelief. But the paranormal doesn't always take the form of ghosts or poltergeists. In the early 1800s, a sinister presence plagued the Bell family of Tennessee in what would become one of the most famous witch tales in American history. Nestled in the heart of the volunteer state, the Bell family found themselves tormented by an entity known as the Bell Witch. This wasn't your run-of-the-mill haunting. This was a force that was physically abusive, verbally threatening, and utterly relentless. The entity, which would later be dubbed the Bell Witch, first made its ominous presence known through strange knocks and rattles around the Bell homestead. As time passed, these disturbances escalated into full-fledged physical attacks, particularly focused on the Bell family patriarch John and his young daughter Betsy. The entity didn't just stop at physical torment, oh no. It flaunted its supernatural abilities through eerie voices that sang hymns, quoted scripture, and even held intelligent conversations with the terrified family members. The voices were said to change, fluctuating between the delicate lilt of a young girl to the gruff, menacing tone of an old woman. John Bell, the family's hardy patriarch, bore the brunt of the entity's wrath. He suffered from mysterious bouts of illness, his health deteriorating rapidly. The witch was said to have taken a particular interest in him, often declaring her intention to see him dead. In a chilling turn of events, John Bell was found lifeless one December morning in 1820. Beside his bed was a vial of a dark, unidentified liquid. When a drop was given to the family cat, it keeled over instantly. The witch was said to have triumphantly claimed responsibility for John's demise. The Bell Witch of Tennessee is a tale that has left an indelible mark on American folklore. It's a chilling reminder of the potential for malevolent forces to wreak havoc on the living. From the physical attacks to the mysterious voices and the unexplained death of John Bell, the story of the Bell Witch continues to send shivers down the spine. A tale of terror that has echoed through the centuries. But what can we learn from these stories? We've journeyed through tales of hauntings, poltergeists, and witches. But what does it all mean? Let's take a moment to distill what we've learned. We began with the eerie mystery of the paranormal, delving into the shadows of the unknown, where apparitions and spirits dwell. We then ventured to the haunted Borley Rectory, a place brimming with ghostly activity, where the supernatural seemed all too real. From there we found ourselves amidst the chaos of the Enfield poltergeist, an episode of otherworldly terror that shook a humble London suburb to its core. Finally, we paid a visit to the Bell Witch of Tennessee, a tale of witchcraft and vengeance that still echoes through the annals of American folklore. Throughout these stories, we have explored the chilling, the terrifying, and the downright inexplicable. Yet, the question remains, what can explain these paranormal phenomena? Some theories suggest factors at play. The power of suggestion, heightened emotional states, or even mental illness could potentially explain some experiences. It's no secret that our minds can play tricks on us, leading us to see or hear things that aren't there. On the other hand, physical explanations have also been proposed. Unusual electromagnetic fields, infrasound, or even carbon monoxide poisoning can cause hallucinations or feelings of unease. Some paranormal occurrences could be attributed to these tangible, albeit unusual physical conditions. Yet, despite these theories, the paranormal remains largely unexplained. We're left with more questions than answers. Is there another dimension that we can't perceive? Are spirits stuck between worlds? Or are these simply tales spun from the threads of human fear and imagination? In the end, what matters most is not the answers but the questions. It's the curiosity that drives us to explore these mysteries, the desire to understand the inexplicable. So, as we part ways, remember, the world is full of mysteries waiting to be explored. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting facts. Until next time, keep questioning and keep exploring the unknown.